my name is Peter Ranga, and I'm the festival director of KASHISH Pride Film Festival, which is having its online edition on movie.com between August 15th to September 15th. And today we are really thrilled to have amazing directors from across different continents. So I'm going to introduce each of them and talk about their films a little bit. So joining from Los Angeles, USA is Reena Dutt, who is a Drama League New York Directing Fellow, the first South Asian Community Liaison at the Ford Amphitheater in Los Angeles, and served with the board of Theater of Note. She produced panel discussion connecting 99-seater to regional houses in the LA area at the Hollywood Fringe Festival and acted as an associate producer for Directors Lab West Connects during the pandemic. And her film is called Crossing the Desert. It's a short film that explores a complex relationship between a South Asian immigrant woman and her queer American daughter. This tender story asks us to re-examine our expectations of our loved ones. Can we accept them for who they really are, not who we want them to be? And from Israel, joining in is Chaya Moshayev, who is a director and screenwriter graduated from the Sam Spiegel Film School. Chaya was born in Uzbekistan and grew up as an immigrant community in a small rural town. In addition to her film work, she studied social work and served as a social worker at LGBTQ Community Center. And currently, she serves as head of the social service in an organization for the trans community. The name of the film is Puffs. Ella and Edik, brothers of a traditional Bukhari family, Uzbek Jews, arrive early on holiday to their parents' home in a small town. There they find their homophobic father dead and dressed in women's clothes. While their mother is on her way home, they have to decide what to do. And coming from Peru, Joaquín Zavala, who is a young publicist, film director, editor, and actor, all rolled into one. Wow. He studied advertising at the Pontifical Catholic University of Peru and film directing at the School of Film and Visual Arts of Lima. During his studies, he directed the short documentary Los Collectors, I hope I pronounced it correctly. As a member of the LGBTQ community, his works are characterized by depicting everyday situations that serve to explore questions about parent-child relationships and themes related to the experiences and realities of the community. So his film, Mariella Gravely Ill, receives an unexpected visit from our youngest son, Gabriel, after 7 years of estrangement. The discomfort between them grows as a talk, revealing repressed feelings and unresolved old arguments. Trapped by her own prejudices, Mariella still struggles to accept Gabriel's sexuality. And even though she reveals that she will die soon, Gabriel cannot promise that he will visit her again. So these are the bios of the people who are with us right now. And hopefully Arjun Krish will join. And now I'm going to hand it over to Juhi Rajpal, who will be moderating the Q&A. So Juhi Rajpal is a dynamic events professional with 12 years of experience specializing in new business development. Her strategic vision and creative passion deliver impactful, inclusive events that resonate deeply with audiences. For 15 years, she has been an integral part of the KASHISH Pride Film Festival in various capacities, of course. When not orchestrating events, Juhi can be found enjoying the company of dogs. Wow, okay. How many dogs do you have?
I don't have any, which is why I will always find me in dog cafes, spending whatever time I get with them.
Okay. Okay,
All
fine.
right.
Okay, over to you, Juhi,
Okay.
to moderate the session.
Thank you so much, Shrida, for that amazing introduction for everyone. And I welcome you all. A very warm welcome from my end. Without much ado, I would like to direct my first question to Reena for Crossing the Desert. So, Reena, Crossing the Desert shows a very unique way of sharing information with the prodigal gossip monger of the family. How did you get such an idea?
Yeah, so I'm the director of the project, but I didn't write the project. It's partially
Okay.
autobiographical for my lead actor. So Anubhat, she wrote the story, and it comes a little seed of it comes from her own life.
Very
But
nice.
this is slightly personal, slightly not. But we just wanted to play with the idea that both of us are half Bengali. And so not being fluent in a language of your family
Yeah.
can cause all sorts of fun, as you see
Very,
in our
very
movie.
true. Very, very
Yeah.
true. Because this is something that resonates not just with India, but all over the world. It
Mhm.
also navigates the very complex relationship between the mother-daughter duo. and actually shows a dramatical generation gap, which is always an area to work upon everywhere, be it India or the States. Would you like to share a personal experience to share with our audience where you successfully worked upon it or you helped someone work upon it?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like especially with coming out stories, when you're ready to tell the people that you love about your experience, everyone has such a huge gamut of like what the experience was like. I hear stories of people who are completely surprised when they came out to their first generation or immigrant families, completely surprised that the family didn't care what who they loved. They just wanted to make sure this person was happy. And in the same breath, when I was raised in Arizona, a couple people had come out in high school and were disowned and were living out of their car. And these weren't Desis or brown people. They were just friends that were born and raised in Arizona, from other communities. And so it's just the journey and the experience is so different for everybody. And I think that's something that's beautiful about the generation right now is that people are more comfortable talking about it and being open about it and having support systems around it. Of course, in the USA, we're in a very complex time, and an awful time, in my opinion. And so, we'll see what happens next, but knowing that there are pockets of people who care and pockets of people who are going to be supportive and protective, I think is a better word. That we're protective of each other in our communities. But yeah, stories like this will never end. The importance will never end.
Very, very, very truly said. I would also want to know, Reena, from you, is there a current new project that you're working on? Some insights that we can get on what do we get to see next from you?
Yeah, I'm actually in the AFI DWW Plus program right now, which is a 1 year program for 8 filmmakers. And it's been around, I think, 50 or 60 years. So I'm I'm in post-production for my film for that. And that movie is called Comfort Food. And it talks about two, deeply rooted American-born API people who come together after the death of somebody that they both love in common, the son of one of them and the husband of the other. So their conflict is very Southern, it's very American, and it talks about the API American community in ways that we have not seen yet. So I'm pretty excited about that project.
Hey, we are all excited to see it too. I also loved the very detailed special thanks slides from your film. I mean,
Yeah.
how many names are in there? And any special mentions that you need to make here with us?
There are so many people that were involved. Josh, Diana, Madison, Anu has done so much work. Juan Via, there's just so many people. So if you have a chance to take a look at our thank yous, please do. There are over 120 donors. There's just so many people that were involved in this project. So it's a never-ending list, and there's always somebody who's been forgotten, which is terrible, but but it's a never-ending process. And there are more thank yous coming. So
Super amazing. Thank you, Reena. I
thank
will
you.
now move to Chaya for puffs. Chaya, we have already done an introduction with you. I want to tell you this very amazing. I want to start my session with something that I observed. The film starts with some very amazing music, a vibe to groove. It travels to tragedy, some mastermind moves, and ends with a phase that shows, I would rather want to say, some sinister acceptance, and it's such an amazing journey with so many complex emotions. How did you vision this journey? Did you accept the translation that I'm telling you, that this is what the audience would have seen, or you had some other perception to this, which may include maybe respecting the dead father's wish?
I think that the journey of my film, it was like, when you write the movie, it's not what you see in the end on the big screen. And it was like amazing also for me to see it like come true for life. The journey starts when I ask myself about my parents, that they very traditional Bukharic family, that I think they don't have the chance to think about their sexuality or gender. And I want to imagine if they can to ask these things and live another way. Because of that, I choose to do this film. And the music, it's a Bukharic band. The name of the band, it's Alaya Family. They very known and they travel in the whole world. And they give me the music to use in the film.
Is there a platform where I can, or we all can listen to this very amazing music? Are
In
they all?
YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, it's there. Oh, we
Yeah.
will definitely wait for the link from you to, listen to more of this music. I also wish to know what are your future plans and what are we seeing next from you?
I have a new film that it's a documentary animation short film. It was in a Jerusalem Film Festival in premiere a few weeks ago. And it's about also my family story and about my mom and my relationship with my mom and with I have alopecia, and it's like a sort of we talk about the memory of the my childhood and the chance to be a parent after in the gaps between the traditional and the and like be a woman from the LGBTQ community in Israel and all these gaps.
Wow, that's so very detailed and so much to see. We will definitely wait for this to get a chance to see it if we can. I
And
would like
and I'm
to.
sorry about my English. I'm a
No,
little bit
don't at all. It's again, it's all about what we would want to, if you're able to express yourself and we all are able to understand it, I think that's a plus always, right? So thank you. Thank you so much for your thoughts and such detailed information about your next project. I would now move to You Were Not Here. So, Joaquin, did I pronounce your name right? And can I just understand your pronunciation again?
Yes, of course I can say it. Don't worry about it. So it's like Joaquín,
Joaquin.
Joaquín. Yes, yes,
Joaquin. Oh,
exactly.
that's nice.
Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Very unique and very amazing. Joaquin, is that correct?
Yes, it's correct. Thank you.
Very cool. So, you have told us before, Joaquin, that this film arises from your own life experience. It's very beautifully projected. I see it not from a queer angle, but from a view that has no solution, as for me. Strong personalities crashing. Do you think there will ever be a solution to this dilemma where the parent understands where the child is coming from or where the emotions of the child are coming from?
It's complicated to, actually come to a single answer because there's like a lot of outcomes that could well,
Yeah.
basically that. I mean, there's like a lot of possible outcomes to these kind of conflicts because
Hmm.
reality hits differently for a lot of people. Eventually there's a lot of people who will, try to come to terms with their parents, or let's say they will resent them forever, or maybe there's like a middle path. Uh,
Yeah.
right? Maybe it's more complicated. Maybe they need time as well. to come to terms eventually. And personally,
Yes.
for me, uh, it was a bit. I wanted to, explore that middle part because it not necessarily is like easier to just be like necessarily like the good person or the bad person necessarily, because sometimes people are just, following a great path, like you don't know if you can ever come to terms with a parent that has rejected you, either rejected you for being who you are, or trying to, control or trying to lead you towards a certain path. And I don't necessarily believe in, in that those terms in being, absolute terms. So basically, that I don't think there's like necessarily an absolute answer to that. But yeah, I wanted to explore that because, well, conflicts between parents and children and their children, right? I mean, it's a universal thing. And
Mm.
in reality, it's more complex than just, forgiving or not forgiving them. I mean,
Right.
either parents toward their children or children towards their parents, basically that. But yeah, I that's at least that's my personal belief. Mhm.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we all can see that the parent and the child both were very, very nervous here. And it's obviously very difficult to ask which side are you on, because in your own film, you've navigated both the sides very beautifully, complex and difficult to comprehend. But as you said, we are all for happy endings, but reality somewhere needs to be shown. I also would want to ask Reena, how difficult or easy was the casting process for you?
I think the most difficult part to cast was Rumela Ganguly's part. She plays the mother. And she is Bengali, speaks fluent Bengali. We had Ranjita Chakravarti. She was on the phone. She plays the grandmother's voice. So finding, fluent Bengali speakers in Los Angeles for a short film with a micro budget is not an easy task. We could not bring in somebody from out of town to play either of those roles. And so Ranjita, luckily, is in San Francisco, so it was easy to source her voice. But Rumela was a find. We had not heard of. It's a very tight community in Los Angeles. We all kind of know each other. We know each other through one or two people in terms of the South Asian community of actors. And so my dramaturg, I direct a lot of theater for a living, and so my dramaturg for one of my plays had recommended her, and also another actress who doesn't speak Bengali recommended her. So it's just, finding her was just a gift because she's just amazing to work with, and I hope there's many more collaborations.
So amazing. Joaquin, can I ask you the same question? How difficult or easy was the casting for you?
So basically, since I've done this film as a thesis film, um, I had some, advice from professors in this case, uh, especially for an older woman. I mean, casting an older woman, right? There were like a lot of actresses available, but I was recommended one particular woman who portrayed exactly what I needed. And so it was, I mean, terrific at first. I mean, it was really the first person I was thinking of, and she portrayed it beautifully. The problem was who was going to be the son. That was like the difficult part for me because I needed the chemistry to work really well because it could not be it could not be like any person. It had to be someone with whom I could work that kind of chemistry. Fortunately, after seeking out like certain actors who would try, I was trying to convince them to, actually come to the project and all of that. And since I did not have a lot of time to cast, well, fortunately, I found someone who worked before with this actress, and they had a lot of chemistry since day one. I got to, direct them, and they loved the project, and it was really beautiful because they really matched each other like really well. And I got lucky that, well, I didn't realize this because I didn't know this at that time, but they worked before in certain projects. I did not know that, and they were really surprised to see each other on set when we were rehearsing, and it was really beautiful because they were giving feedback to each other and to me because I really every time I direct, I really want the actors to really, build upon what it's given. So I give the script, and if they have like any kind of feedback, so they can make the character their own and build upon that. Well, they were really, really masterful on that, in to actually, build certain things that, because, well, I'm a human as well, and everything can be perfected, obviously, everything, right? They were giving a lot of feedback. I was giving feedback as well. So everything was like, like this whole circle of checking back into what we were proposing for each other between, actors and directors. I'm sorry, did I answer the question? Sometimes
No
I just
problem. That's
go
very that
around
I
like
think
that.
that very well summarizes for our audiences who very new audiences who would want to get into filmmaking. That's a whole lot of insight for all of them. And now coming to you, Chaya, how difficult or easy it was for you casting the brother sister duo, the very, I would say, emotionally nosy neighbor, and the mother, and finally the dad.
Yeah, it was difficult, and I remember that in the first place, the actress that I saw was very dramatic, and I want somebody that maybe do more comedy. And I found out Tamara, that she's a brilliant actress, and it was the bonding was very good and nice. And but she is Russian.
Oh,
She's not Bukharik. Yeah. And after that, I found her. I remember that I saw in the communal theater Adir. He was like he finished the school like 3 months before the movie, and it was his first movie that he shot, and it was very exciting. And the neighbor and also the mother, they are both very famous in Israel and Russia, and it was my like dream come true to work with Svetlana and with Maria. The father, it was really difficult because it's really difficult to act somebody that not breathing. But
yeah.
he was from the Bukhari community.
Oh, okay. I think that's very unusual and an amazing insight, Chaya, and I'm
Yeah,
sure our audience.
I
Yeah.
also want to say that when I searched the brother, I
Mm-hmm.
saw a few actors that is from that's not from the gay community, and it was really difficult to see that because they really want to participate the movie, but it was like they don't they can't to do this part.
That's a very amazing insight, Chaya. And now I would like to come back to Sridhar to help us introduce Arjun to everyone. Hi, Arjun.
Hi. I'm really sorry. I
No
joined.
problem.
Hi,
No problem.
hi, Julie.
So
Hi.
that's Arjun Krish. He's a co-director along with Dinesh of the film F for Freedom. F for Freedom, the quest for personal liberty and self-expression takes center stage amidst the complexities of family life. So there's another family film. The package is called Family Matters. So there's an exclamation after Family Matters. Does it matter at all? That's the question we're going to ask. So the film delves into the poignant story of Shama Gauri, a devoted mother who finds herself overshadowed by the puzzling lives of her family members. Her husband is absorbed in his demanding career. Her daughter is lost in the world of social media. And her son, though understanding, struggles to bridge the gaps between them. Shama's only refuge from her loneliness is her close friend Priya, a successful movie director. Through her passions, cooking and gardening and drawing, Shama seeks solace and sense of fulfillment. Though these pursuits offer only temporary relief, the turning point in Shama's life comes when she accidentally uncovers her son's secret relationship. Now I'll pause and find out what is the secret relationship. Over to Juhi.
Okay. But Arjun, before we dive right into the question, I think I would first ask you the question that I've been recently asking everyone. How amazing was the casting process for you? I am using the word amazing because everyone has acted so very beautifully, and I would definitely want to know how did you do it?
Thank you so much. It means a lot, all the appreciation. Casting in the sense we have two main protagonists in our movie. One is the mother, and the other is the son. So we wanted to cast somebody who was already like had some acting experiences because these
Okay.
two roles were like pivotal to our story. So those two actors are professional actors. See, basically, I am from Kerala in India, and those two artists who played the mother, Laya Simpson, and the son's role is played by Sanju Sanichan. Both of them have acted in movies, series, Hotstar series. There's a Hotstar series called Kerala Crime Files. The son has
Yeah.
acted in Kerala Crime Files. So they were
Hmm.
already established, and they agreed to do, even though it was a short film, they agreed to do it. Rest of the cast are all friends and family because again it's a short film. We had budget constraints, so we couldn't cast very professionals in the other roles. We had almost 12 people in our whole cast. So the
Oh.
rest, yeah, so the rest are all friends and family who graciously agreed to join us. And two casts, we connected them through their social media, etc., and they agreed to do our role.
But Arjun, oh my God, what a film. I think there's ultimate resonance with the Indian audiences, like, the typical Star Plus Anupama lovers, where you see genuine yearn to learn in women and the strive for perfection. You've written a character of an all-rounder woman, the one who leads by example, but also never forgets to love and live her life. The movie navigates so many complexities so very easily. We have seen this in another beautifully executed, amazing movie, Evening Shadows, which is directed by none other than our festival director, Sridhar Rangayan. I would want to know from you, Arjun, what inspired the crux concept of your film?
All right. So I have a co-director. She's Dinesh. She's from Mumbai. She couldn't join us today. So we both met in a direction workshop. We both went to a place in Kerala called Munnar to learn 1 week of movie making from a veteran director in Kerala. So the director asked us to create a story which we can shoot there in the camp, direction camp. So we were three groups. Three of us pitched stories, and our initial thought was, one dysfunctional family coming to a resort. They all have their own problems, and they're sorting it and leaving the place. This was the initial one-line idea which came to us. But fortunately or unfortunately, our story was not picked for that workshop. Some other movie we made there. So after the workshop, me and Ria decided that we will go ahead with this and make it into a full-fledged short film. So we worked on the script, further worked on the script, gave character arcs to all these artists, and then that was the initial idea. Initial idea, to be honest, was to shoot something which fitted into that resort where we were staying. So that's why if you see a short film, there are two halves. First half is in the home, and the second half is in a tourist place where they are taking their vacation. So that's how we came up with this. Then we started understanding how we can create conflicts. So my co-director is again somebody who's probably entering her retirement age, and she's a homemaker, and she has been living as a homemaker for almost 30 years. And then all of a sudden she felt like she wanted to do something new and all, and she came to our workshop. So again, the main mother protagonist is actually derived from her own experience a little.
Wow.
We added from there. And then we discussed in general how conflicts could be added, how the father-mother conflict would come, how the son mother conflict would come. And one of my cousin brother have recently come out, so I knew the complexities of when you come out to the family, how it affects the relationship dynamics and how supportive his parents were, and all these things I know. So I had recently experienced the process also. So that's how I wrote the son's character. And again, we all have that one annoying sister, who's there, who pesters the brother. So it's from here, there, I've derived things and then wrote these characters. Yeah.
It's like everything came to you at one very auspicious time and space, and
Yeah.
you've woven and written all characters very beautifully, Arjun. The motive that you had, was it to resonate with the audience and well connect with them, or was it purely commercial?
No, not really. Again, as we know, for a short film, we have severe budget constraints when we try independent things. So it was not purely commercial. We definitely wanted to connect with the audience because we knew that every mother, every kind of son who's going through this dilemma, every couple who has reached some stage of their relationship. So after 20-30 years, again, we all see families, partners taking granted, you take each other for granted and you don't respect each other, all these things. So we knew that some emotions would connect. So our first aim was obviously to connect with the audience. Okay, we wanted the audience to love our work. That was the first thought. Then we added certain tweaks here and there, like we added 3 songs just to little bit commercialize it. Yeah. That's certain
Coming to
commercial.
those songs, is there a place again where we can listen to that beautiful music of yours? I mean,
Yes, thank you so much. Again, our music is available in all platforms, including Amazon Music, Apple Music, YouTube Music. It's there in all platforms. So we had a great music director called Jonathan Joseph. He basically is from Bangalore. He stays in Kochi and composes music. So it was kind of his first independent, full music short film which he did for us. And I'm glad he did a wonderful job, and we again received a lot of appreciation for all the songs
amazing.
and all
Truly.
scores. Yeah. So thank you so much.
I think that's all from my end, and I would want Sridhar to please take over.
Thank you.
I
Thank
just
you.
have a few more questions. Just a small question to all of you. Like each one of you can answer at your own go. Where is the film traveled, and what do you have distribution for the film? How do you plan to make your money back? Rida, you want to go first?
I think with short films, it's very hard to make your money back. So it's really a passion project. It's really something you're invested in to tell the story and to get people to talk to each other about the story. But we are going to North Carolina next, which I'm pretty excited about. That's my home state. And then we have a couple things that are coming up that I can't announce just yet. But yeah, we're doing the festival tour. We're excited to start conversations all over the place.
Here it's like short films it's more like to go around in festivals and do like maybe we will go to schools and speak about the community But I think it's like portfolio for the big project.
Fellow companions here, I've already said it. It's everything about passion, right? You have a voice, you have a point of view, you've made a film, and you want people to know your story, right? The point of view that you have about a certain theme, a certain subject, and you want to share it with the world. And while, yes, of course, who doesn't want to be recognized, right, with an award, with money? Because, well, apparently making a film is real expensive. Yeah, I mean, the fact that one is being recognized by a group of fellows or people from the industry is really, really, really the world. And it's really, well, to me, is more than enough. Obviously, if one were to win something out of it as well, well, I wouldn't mind doing it, right? But of course, the distribution part is something that, well, at least where I come from, um, is something that sometimes, I mean, more often than not, is, well, being disregarded. And I think that it should be taken into account every time that you want to make something. When you want to make a film, it has to be taken into account, right? Because once you finish the film, I mean, what's next? You are not going to, just save it or put it to the shelf and let it collect dust, right? I mean, you want to share it with the world. You want to make sure that everyone sees it, and it might actually inspire someone to make something out of it as well. And I think that's really the beautiful thing of actually sharing a film with the world as well. I mean, besides, yeah, the recognitions and all of that, you can actually inspire someone as well to making their own film, or maybe around the same subject, but from their own point of view. And I think that's really beautiful. And I think that's really something important. That's why I think it should be taken into account, more into account, right? Well, I think that's that.
Thank you. And Arjun, you missed your screening at the in-person Kashish Pride Film Festival. I mean, Ria Dinesh had a ball. I mean, your co-director had a ball because there's huge number of people applauding your film,
Yes.
and we had, like, I think the house was full almost, because I think that 250 seater, it was completely full and everybody was applauding. And she had a huge Q&A. She spoke very well. So you missed all that, but where all the film has traveled till now, and
Yeah,
do you have
yeah, I
distribution?
do. We spoke after the festival, and I definitely felt that I should have come for the festival. So what we both do is we split the festivals, because we have sent our movie to almost 20 festivals across India only. We have not sent it to any international festivals, mainly because of the fees we have to pay to send it there. So we have sent it to almost 20 festivals, starting from Dehradun International Short Film Festival. And this Kashish is kind of winding up our festival run, because
Nice.
initially itself I had shortlisted some 20 festivals which should apply, we should apply for, and Kashish was one among the top recognized festivals in the film freeway. But that time the entry was closed for last year's festival, so we thought we'll send it for the next year. So almost 20 festivals we have sent, and we have received around 10 awards across
Oh,
India,
nice.
different festivals. Thank you. And regarding second question was regarding making money for short films. Actually, before sending it to festivals, I was actually unaware of these festivals before making this film and all. So what we first did is we uploaded it in YouTube. Okay.
Oh,
So first we uploaded it in YouTube, and we started our own channel for this. And to our surprise, almost 6.5 lakh people have so far seen it in YouTube. So again, for a new channel, that much number of views was quite surprising for us. So our channel got monetized because of this views, and I think we got around $800 from YouTube so far.
Wow.
Okay, so that is one. the way we made some money, even though we couldn't recover most of it. Then some festivals pays you well for through awards and all. So again, in Kerala, there is a very famous festival now called IDSFFK, International Documentary and Short Film Festival of Kerala. Like, we didn't win there, but if you win awards there, I think they pay you some 1 lakh rupees, 2 lakh rupees, etc. as prize money. And but we won certain prizes in few places, through which also we could make some amount of returns. I will not say it as huge, but still it's all recognition, it's all happiness. Seeing movies in festivals, and that claps would come at the end of the screenings. That itself is the biggest, I feel, recognition more than anything monetary thing. And again, one of the intentions of making this movie was as a portfolio for myself and Ria, so that we can pitch our future projects. And we want to explore movies. We are planning to make something in Kerala, a full feature film we are planning to make. So again, this would act as a profile. That was one of the intentions. So that's how the movie has rewarded us, and it was quite surprise for us that it got received more than what we expected of how it would be
Very
received.
nice. So thank you for joining this conversation, and everybody watching this conversation and the films at the Kashish 2025 online festival. Please continue to support us. Please continue to share this information with your friends so that more people can watch it, and also donate. There's a donate button, so you can donate to make the festival happen. It's so difficult nowadays to run film festivals,
Yes.
and the LGBTQ film festival is the toughest right now. So please support us for sure. Thank you. Thanks all
Please
for joining in.
donate. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
Thank
for
you
the
very
amazing
much.
session.
Yeah.